ASMR video. Now, this was requested by my good friend Tim, and he asked me to do or talk about my best horror movie moments. But to eat, because he wanted me to eat a pizza, I have this. Oh, and it is absolutely delicious. Is in fact this, which is a firewood stone-baked ham, mushroom, and mascarpone. And it's made in Italy, like me. As you know, I'm half Italian, half French, half Irish, half Martian, so, you know. Yeah, so, I mean, I'm really suffering here because I want to dive into this. Another thing, guys, is my hand was bleeding in my last video. I do apologise. What it was I don't know if you can see that. I opened a tin, put the lid in the bin because it was all jagged, and then I put something in the bin and the bin was full up because it was time to put it out. So I pushed down on it and it was where the tin lid was stood up, went into my hand and cut it all. I had a plaster on it for about 2 days, and then I took it off and did the last video, and it was absolutely fine, but then it must have just started bleeding again, and I didn't want until I played it back. I thought, got all this blood over my hands, looks like I've butchered someone. But yeah, so I do apologise for that. That's what it was, guys, and it's okay now, thank goodness. And there was nothing I could do because I'd already done the video, and I thought, oh. Anyway, some good news. I've only got ZX cola back. Do you want me to get you a cola? Not the best fizz, I suppose, after it's been away for so long, but that's fine because I've got Skeletor. So I've got the door, I've got the eyebrow, and hopefully a magnificent paw. It was a good pour. Now, I haven't had this in a really long time. All I've been drinking is Coke and Pepsi, so this should be very interesting. Oh, and it is nice, guys. That really deserves some kind of award. It's not quite Pepsi, but it's very close. Anyway. Ooh. That is delicious. Even the crust fills first one I'm going to talk about that just immediately pops into my brain. It's from 1981, I think, and that is An American Werewolf in London. There is the scene. David's been attacked by a werewolf and he's in hospital. All of a sudden, there's this flashback of him as a child watching the Muppet Show. All of a sudden there's a hammering at the door, and I can't remember who it is goes to the door. His mum or his dad. And there's these demon Nazis, and they look really horrific. They've got these oozy machine guns and they're shooting everyone, and they smash all the TV, burn down the house. And he's looking, someone being stabbed by these Nazi demons. He wakes up and he's like, whoa, you know, he's in the hospital bed with, oh, the sun's come out, oh, lovely. This is looking very yellow now. It's not really that yellow, guys. Now the sun's come out. How typical. Yeah. And she's sitting there, who is the most beautiful woman, whose name I can't remember now, but she was in the Railway Children and Walkabout and all that. Jenny, I get that. She goes, you okay? He goes, I just had a nightmare. She goes, don't worry, I've got just the thing. She walks over to the curtain, to the opening, and out jumps this Nazi demon and starts stabbing her. He then wakes up again. It was literally a nightmare within a nightmare. Oh my god. And it absolutely terrified me when I was younger. The other one is Carrie. It from 1976. Carrie, the movie. As you know, at the end, the house that she's in just sort of collapses into the ground. It's as if it gets sucked into hell. And then the only survivor, who is Chrissy. If I'm wrong, guys, let me know, because you know what my brain's like these days. Chrissy, it's got this gentle music, and she's walking, you know, slowly towards where the house was, and it's all sort of coals and sort of all burnt, you know, with this one cross saying Carrie White burns in hell. And she walks up, she's got these flowers, and as she puts the flowers down, an arm jumps up out of the coals and grabs her arm. Again, made me jump out of, well, my soul I think left my body that time. this one was from 1980. It's Friday the 13th. Now, you end up finding out who the murderer is and why. And basically it was Mrs. Voorhees, and she is, she's got the with all the counsellors, because counsellors a while back had been doing something else and not taking no notice of her son, who was swimming in the lake, who couldn't swim, and he drowned, and so she was basically getting revenge for that. Eventually, the last woman, is it Alice? I think. Again, if I'm wrong, let me know. Kills Mrs. Voorhees, and it ends with Alice lying in this boat, the water gently rippling, and she's just laying there, putting her hands in the water like this, like this, and all the water's rippling. Beautiful bit of music, and then all of a sudden, Jason, the boy, jumps out of the lake, and it's, he was deformed to start with, but it's also where he's been in the lake for so long, and he's all like, lakeified. Yeah, so that again, my soul left my body. I thought, oh my goodness me. There's another one. The sun's come out and the birds are singing there too. I'm getting another one of them. Might have it tonight. With a glass or two of wine, red wine. The next one was 1982, and it's called The Entity. And what The Entity is about, I've spoke about this before, but it is a spirit that is assaulting a young woman. Anyway, it's been assaulting her, and she's in her friend's house, who is going out with her husband. And it's just one of them moments again, because it's when you don't expect it. I mean, I've seen films like Lights Out, and they'll turn the light off, and then on, and then off, and then on, and something's gonna happen. It's when you don't know, for me, that it really gets me. She's just sitting there in the living room. I think she's reading a book or something, just sitting there. And I won't tell you what happens, even though I probably have. But watch the film. And that, because it was really funny. I watched it when I was about 12, 13. And I had a mate, he used to watch all the films as well. And I said, I've got The Entity. I said, we'll watch it together. So it was the school holidays. And his mum was out of work and his dad said, we'll bring it round, we'll watch it. So we sat and watched it on his video recorder. And I never told him anything about it, and he's watching it and he's really engrossed because it's a brilliant film. And this part comes up, so we're just sitting there and I'm thinking, you don't know about this part. And it happened, and he jumped out of his skin, and it was really funny because I had as well. But I was expecting it this time, but you don't expect it. That's when things happen. Another one, I'll tell you about a jump scare. jump out at you. Not even out of the blue. It's called Salem's Lot. I think it was from 1981, directed by Tobe Hooper, who made Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And it was like a mini-series that they put on about vampires. But this is what got me. No one goes, boo. David Soul is making this crucifix and he's calling Bill. So I think he's telling the Lord's Prayer, "Oh, our Father, Bill, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name." Bill. What I didn't realise is, let me see, it would be this side. Yeah. It's all dark, but all of a sudden, and it's been there for some time without me noticing, I think his name's Jeffrey Weeks or something. He used to be with Clint Eastwood in Much Ado About Nothing, Every Which Way But Loose. Yeah. He is crawling out of the darkness where I never noticed at first. He's sitting there, "Oh, Bill," and all of a sudden it's there, and I went, "Oh my God, it's there!" It's that bloke. I don't think any film has ever done that to me before. It's just there, and you don't realise. When you do realise, it makes you jump because he's got all these eyes, the piercing white eyes. Yeah, so that was another one. Oh, this is it now, look. Oh, the mushrooms. One I saw in a cinema as a kid, which was Jaws with I can't remember his name. It's too early for me at the moment, guys. It's only lunchtime. Ben Gardner. They find Ben Gardner's boat, and Hooper goes down, and you know the bit. He's in the hole, and his head just goes and pops out, and his eyes missing and all. I think, and yeah, and that made me jump, and I did see that in the cinema as well. So. This crust is a must. It's almost like a buttery taste to it. It's really nice. Exorcist. When Father Karras is seeing Regan just as a patient, you know, to see what's going on, and she's there completely demonised and possessed, and all of a sudden she starts speaking Latin to him. Then his mother, who had recently died, she says, "Your mother's in here with us, Karras, you know. Do you want to leave a message? I'll see that she gets it." It goes, "Well, you know my mother. What's her maiden name?" It goes, "Well, what's her maiden name?" And then she just fires all this. It's actually pea soup in his face, and apparently it was only supposed to hit him here in the chest. But when it come to filming it, William Friedkin, who's a brilliant director, told the special effects guy to crank it up so it smacks him, and you can see it smacks him full pelt in the face. But I've got a lot more, but they're ones I sort of am the most fond of. I mean, the nun in Exorcist 3, that part, you know, just look it up. Exorcist 3 nun scene, and that bit was really, really terrifying. But yeah. Yes, I mean, I could go on, but yeah, some pretty cool ones there. If you've never seen them, guys, I'm sure you have, but definitely check out The Entity, because that really did have a good one. But it's so good to see you all, guys. Yeah, the sun's he's going in and out. I don't know what's happening with it. Hopefully it's not too cold out, because I've got to go and I've got to get one of these. I've got to get another one of these. These are delicious. Highly recommend that, guys. Really nice. I will be back. But in the meantime, have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful, peaceful